How's it going, guys? Today I have some exciting news for the future of this channel and the future of my fishing. I went and did a thing. I bought a new bass boat. So, see here. I bought this old bass boat, and it's a Triton 165, TR 165. It's a 16.5 footer. Fiberglass. So what I'm going to be doing, guys, I'm going to be taking you guys through this, restoring this boat, and the goal here is to get a boat and kind of it's in shambles right now. It's kind of been sitting for like the past 2 years or so, and you can tell there's definitely a lot of sun damage. I mean, you can see the carpet is just in miserable shape. Everything's faded. It's definitely been sitting a while, and definitely needs some tender love and care. But the goal for this build is going to be to kind of show you guys that you don't have to go and spend 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 grand on a bass boat to go out and get something for tournaments. So that's going to be the goal, guys. We're going to put together this little boat, and I'm gonna kind of take you guys along for the journey. And I've got a lot of plans for it. But the biggest thing is that I'm going to be balling on a budget, and I'll walk you guys through costs as I add things on and as I make modifications to this boat. But we'll just do a full walkthrough really quick. You can see front to back, it's a fiberglass hull. It's built really well, but as you can see, I mean, this is supposed to all be like a shimmer red. As you can see, it's just completely faded. I guess that's what it's supposed to look like down here. But you can see that it's just pretty bad shape. It's been out in the sun for a long time, you can tell. We have a 90 horse Merc, and we're gonna see that the motor hasn't been ran in a while, but I did a compression test before I bought it, and the compression reads good on all cylinders, and it turns over well. The lower gear, the lower unit oil is in good shape. There's not any metal flakes or any water in that lower unit. So that's that. I went through, and the guy told me whenever the guy I bought it from, he said that, you know, the motor works, it runs and everything, but none of the live wells, none of the bilge pumps, lights, basically none of the other electrical components on the boat work other than the motor, the tilt and trim. So I went through, and this little hatch here, you can see I haven't done anything really to this boat yet, and you can see the wiring is kind of a mess. But I took this little fuse out, and I checked that little fuse, and there's a 20 amp fuse that was blown. I fixed that, or I replaced that, put a new 20 amp fuse in, and what do you know, all the switches work, lights work, the lights work, the horn doesn't work, that's the only thing that doesn't work, but all the bilge pumps work and everything. So that's exciting. None of these gauges work, which to me isn't a huge deal. I don't need to. I'm gonna have a fish finder with GPS capabilities that I'm gonna be putting on in the future. That's gonna tell me my speed, and basically that's all I really need to know. I'm not really concerned with anything else, to be honest. The boat did have this Minn Kota Terrova. I went ahead and took that off. I put power to it, and it does not work for whatever reason. I'm gonna possibly check the wiring on that, and my hope was to sell the trolling motor, because I have an iPilot Terrova that I'm going to be taking from my John boat, and putting right here. So that's a plan for that. But come on, we'll climb up in this boat and we will check it out. As you can see, the carpet, it's in miserable shape. I mean, it just flakes right off. It's terrible. One of the things I was really excited about is this boat buckle. You see here, this is in beautiful shape, or rod buckle, I'm sorry. So that's gonna come in real handy to lay rods up on the deck. And so there's a little step. As you can see, like all the deck's all really solid, other than the carpet, which is just terrible. It's probably not been replaced since 2003 when this boat was built. But came with this little extra seat, which is actually really nice. And you can see the floor's really good shape. Everything on the dash we've already talked about. I'm going to be making additions. I'm going to put a GoPro mount up here, which is going to watch the deck, possibly one that faces the rear too. I'm not really sure what all's going to happen there. You can see the seats are in pretty rough shape. I'm not really sure what the plan is going to be. At least I know at least short term, the plan for the seats is that they're gonna stay for now. Like I said, we're gonna be fixing this boat up on a budget, and the seats for me right now, I don't really need it to look pretty. I need it to be functional, and there's other functional components I can add to this boat to make it fish before I make the seats look pretty. And as you can see, I'm sitting in it just fine right now. So that's that. As you can see, come back here, the live well, which does work now that I have now that I got the fuse replaced. Anyway, that's that, guys. You guys come along and stay tuned for this little journey. We're gonna try and fix this thing up real nice and fish some tournaments this spring. So y'all stay tuned.
How's it going, guys? We're out here working on the boat today. I was going through and editing the footage from the other day whenever I was doing the boat walkthrough, and I realized that I guess I got distracted. I don't know what happened, but I got about halfway through the walkthrough and got distracted, went on to something else. So right now we're gonna finish that walkthrough that I was supposed to do the other day. I'm gonna walk you front to back, and there's been, obviously this is a couple days later, and there's a couple things that have been added. I'm just gonna have you guys pretend that we're starting from scratch here, so bear with me. Right, so you guys can see here's the front deck, and there's obviously a trolling motor now, but pretend that's not there. Right here, one rod locker. There's some junk in there from a guy who had it last, and some wiring that needs to be cleaned up there, but it's one rod locker. It's kind of short. This the storage space is limited on this 16-foot boat, so I don't know how well my rods are going to fit in there. I haven't looked at them yet, but and then here's another rod locker on the other side. And this one is also shorter. I'll probably just keep like life jackets and tackle in here. One thing about it, this boat that's not exactly ideal, there's not a place to store like tackle boxes and stuff in the front. Here's the console. Like I said, none of the gauges work on the front up there, but we have I don't know what this is, bilge, aerator, pump out, I don't know exactly. Excuse me, trying to make a video here. Stinking geese. Anyway, so this is bilge pump to pump. This is the aerator, and this is to pump water out of the aerator. And then over here we have a horn. The horn does not work, but then here's the light switch. And then there's a little 12-volt plug. I don't know if that works or not. So I'm messing with that. I'm gonna probably be installing some more like USB ports to plug my cameras and stuff in. But that's that. And then back here we have the live well, which I already showed you guys. It's the only thing I showed you guys. There's that 2 little divider in the middle, and over here, this is, you can see the little slots here. There's just where tackle box and stuff go. There's just still a bunch of junk in here from the previous owner. But I'm gonna be putting like tackle organizers down in those little slots. It looks like that's what they're meant to hold. So that's gonna be what that's for. And I have 2 batteries on this side. Like I said, I had to rearrange a bunch of stuff, and I'm gonna have to clean up all that wiring still yet. But one thing I didn't, that's not ideal, is that with this little boat, I'm afraid it's gonna be off center since my 2 batteries are on this side, and also that's where I'm gonna be sitting driving. I'm hoping that that doesn't offset the weight too much, and I'm gonna have to go out and get it on the water to test that and make sure that that's gonna work out all right. But anyway, and then here on this side there's another little spot for tackle storage, and then there's 1 battery over here. And then right here we have a little rod organization, little strap, and then the butts of the rods go down in there. Cup holder, that's nice. There's also this extra seat here. I probably won't be using this a whole lot. I might put it in the back for if my fishing partner wants to sit down in the back, but up in the front there is a little hole for it. But I'm not a real big fan of sitting in the front. I like to stand on the front deck, so no need for that. But anyway, guys, like I said, when I bought this boat, I had plans that I was gonna have to redo all the bilge pumps. I was gonna have to replace bilge pump, aerator, bilge pump, the pump out, all of it, and all the wiring to the lights. I had plans that I was gonna have to redo all that, which was gonna be a huge pain in my neck. But like I said, I went through and checked the wires, and that fuse was busted, so I replaced the fuse, and voila, it all works. So that was another score. So we're gonna get this cleaned up, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. If you like this stuff, like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. What do you think about the boat, bud?
Good.
Pretty good boat?
Uh-huh.
Are you gonna catch any fish in here?
Uh-huh.
How little ones or big ones?
Big ones.
Big ones?
Uh-huh. So we can eat them.
So we can eat them?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Sounds good, bud. Here, let me help you up. Get up in this boat, boy, so we can catch some fish.